All right, Davis picked. We're good.
Are we live?
We're so live.
People can hear the sound of my voice for the first time today. I am here to bring you, fine ladies and gentlemen in the audience, the final commentary for our Sanctuary PDH, the fourth big tournament we are running here in the Sanctuary thing. You didn't hear me earlier because I was playing in it. I was well on my way to my fancy 0-4 finish. But I successfully went 0-4. I worked really hard to secure the perfect score to allow me to join the finals as a commentator. I'm joined here by a longtime commentator. I think this man has been in the booth all day long because he's an unstoppable machine. Derek and
Heavy break.
someone named Bobby, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, who's that? Never heard of him.
Bobby be fine.
Oh yeah, that
Relate,
guy. Yeah.
Son of Johnny Be Good.
What?
Oh yeah,
This is
yeah.
news
I've
to
heard
me.
that
I
as
didn't
well.
even know that was my dad.
Yeah. So it looks like we have Ryan, the Pauper himself, is on what is it? The TPI, Third
Yep.
Path Iconoclast. He's gonna. Do we know if he's running combos? I haven't.
No combos.
No, it's a mid-range deck.
Okay.
Yeah, like a tempo mid-range.
Tempo mid range. Sure.
Mhm.
We got Bray.
Bray, yeah.
Braybu. Braybu is on Gretchen. So you have mid range versus some kind of combo shenanigans versus Malcolm Kedis, another
Some
combo.
kind of combo shenanigans.
Combos, and then Conrad is going to try and do the oppressive maneuver. We're going to see about keeping all of them down with enough
Yeah.
edicts, pestilences, and things, so that no one can combo. And or actually, I don't know.
Well,
So
it's more or less the point. Yeah.
on the one hand, I would love to see Ank win because I want Ankylosaur tokens. I want tokens with the dinosaur on them. That's something that I need
That's
in
it.
my life. That's it. On the other
We'll
hand,
see.
that would mean that Combo wins with Malcolm Kedis, and I don't know if Combo deserves to win.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like
Okay.
this tournament's been really good about having a large amount of fair decks, like non-combo decks, a lot of mid-range, some control-y decks. And so it'd be nice to see something like that win. You know, something that's not a Malcolm deck or an Abdel deck or whatever.
You're right.
For
We need a
sure.
Gretchen deck to win.
That's what I was getting to. We've seen these decks
Incorrect.
kind of in a number of rounds throughout the day. I know we covered TPI a few times, Gretchen as well. I think the one we haven't seen play out on camera as much is the Malcolm Kedis deck. I mean, it's pretty similar to what we've seen from this commander pairing in the past, just like a fast combo deck. It's looking to do pirate combo stuff. I mean, we've heard it a million times before. A lot of pingers, turn them into a pirate, have it deal damage, generate a lot of treasures, and go from there. So it'll be interesting to see like how that fares against like a removal heavy deck like Sir Conrad and TPI. You know, these are two very interactive decks, and because all of like the creatures in this Malcolm deck are somewhat valuable, it's going to be hard to kind of protect what needs to be protecting. And Gretchen's just going to sit off to the side and just gain a mana advantage the whole game, most likely.
Yeah, doing nothing, just being innocent.
Innocent and beautiful, yeah. Yeah, so it looks like we're just not wasting any time here. Like you see the Llanowar Elves, TPI's already down. A Blood Fountain for Conrad and the Sleight of Hand for Kedis and Malcolm for Ankylosaur here. So we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully no one has any mana problems. We've kind of seen those throughout the day. Very low land counts on a lot of these decks, but it's paying off for a lot
I
of
don't know if
folks.
we've talked about that enough, Derek. We should talk about land counts some more.
Play more lands in your deck.
I would love to talk about land counts because I think every single one of these 31 land people are out of their damn minds. Play more lands in your deck.
Alk gets it. I'm on Team Alk. Alk's on Team Bobby and Derek.
That's right. Unified front.
Hashtag Team More Lands.
Looks like we're right back to Ryan here. Just going to have a second swamp for Aaron and pass. So not a lot going on. Just, doing early game stuff, playing lands and developing resources. Spearing Leaf Drum, great card here. Just again, the running theme with TPI, free stuff. Springleaf Drum's a card that is surprisingly good in a huge number of decks that I feel like is very unassuming. Okay, and Reckless Fireweaver immediately after, so we're off to the races, more or less.
I think the Malcolm deck is supposed to be playing Reckless Fireweaver. What's going on here?
I was gonna say I looked away for a second to eat some ice cream, which as we all know,
Ice cream.
losers in the Sanctuary event, losers get ice cream. So I'm rewarding myself for my 0-4 finish with a giant, enormous, probably ill-advised slice of ice cream cake.
That's right.
Yeah, looked away for a giant bite of that, and heard the words Reckless Fireweaver, and I thought that Ank was about to turn 3, end the game.
That's the
Turns out
timeline
that's not
now.
the case.
Yeah, that's our expectation, is that the game will end
Right.
next turn.
Yeah, no, I
Right.
know you're still traumatized, Alk, but I think we're safe
I-
from the turn 3 win
Look,
this time.
we're getting somewhere. Look, we're going to Trinket Mage for a Life Spark Spellbomb on turn 3. So,
Like, this
so
is
there's
Wow.
a plan.
Gretchen's just doing good, clean, fair things. Life Spark Spellbomb.
They probably just want to
These
attack
guys-
for 3 with that land.
Man, everyone's going so fast right now. Like TPI is like on its way. We got Life Spark Spellbombs. Is this
Yeah.
a Shimmer possibility to look
Yep.
at the top 4? 1 in hand, 3 on the bottom.
Yeah, so it's Free Speed Impulse.
I was told people were going fast, and Ink is not going fast.
He has 3 lands. That's pretty fast.
It's a weird day when the Malcolm Caddis deck looks like the fair deck at the table.
Looks like we're going to Swamp Cycle for Conrad here. So he will as well hit his 3rd land drop. Well, I guess Ryan missed a land drop.
Yeah.
Shame.
Unreal.
28 lands will do it to you.
He's on 28.
Let me double check. It's either 28 or 30.
I think it's 30.
Oh, wow.
Either way, way too few.
Yeah, not high.
Let me pull it up here.
30, yeah.
Yeah, it's 30. My apologies. I over exaggerated. 3
Still seems
lands. But yeah.
I do love the Swamp Cyclers. Yeah, the deck I was running uses the Swamp Cyclers as its win condition. Like the goal of trying to wipe the board over and over and over again is eventually you beat someone to death with a Troll of Khazad-dûm or a Gloomfang Mauler.
You could do worse, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's that swamp. What are we going to do with it?
I think we're going to tap it for some black mana at some point.
That's what I'd love to see.
I appreciate that Conrad is on the all snow swamp plan. I feel like Aaron is running the wrong snow swamps.
Agreed.
None of his snow swamps are from Ice Age. And like Bray has the exact same problem.
Is that
All snow lands.
Is this an oubliette on something? Looks like an oubliette on a TPI.
This is a
maybe?
good time to deploy an oubliette. Yep, there it
Yep.
is.
Oubliette.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's gross.
Oh, yikes.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good time to do it, but I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know if TPI is the card I'm worried about, but maybe.
Yeah.
There's.
Well, oubliette is. I mean, well, I'd say TPI is the one deck that is like pretty good against Sir Conrad, just because like its primary avenue of interaction is edicts in terms of like how it manages to control a table. And TPI is pretty resilient against that, so cutting down on its ability to generate tokens seems decent in the short term. As far as like developing resources and things like that, like the formative stages of the game.
Yeah. I just know TPI on a Malcolm or a Gretchen is like actually.
Yeah, pretty backbreaking.
Yeah, but TPI can still cast spells, counter things, do removal.
Right.
So.
Yeah. TPI is just one of the free stuff outlets.
Yeah, TPI is great. I mean, it's obviously going to be hampered by this, but I think I would have held on to it personally. But I don't know it's in Aaron's hand, so.
Sure.
I'll admit that I ran Oubliette in my mono black control deck for this event, mostly
Mhm.
because I didn't think that my deck was otherwise capable of winning the 1v1.
Got a gutter snipe.
Yeah.
Ooh, Gutter Snipe will do things.
Yeah, Gutter Snipe's going to do lots of damage. So, Um,
Get your revenge, Ryan. Turn them sideways.
I bet Ryan is going to attack Ink. Because you can't favorably attack into a Trinket Mage. I mean, you could attack Aaron, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta get the Oubliette off the table.
Share the love. Yeah, I guess he does want kind of even life totals doing the pinger thing, but... Oh, he did swing one.
Looks like one Ink, yeah.
It's a 29. Oh, it's a 30 turn clock on Aaron.
Where did the other one go? Did I just miss that?
They both went at Ink.
Oh, okay.
Do you take 2?
Yeah, it was just slow, I think.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. No?
I've been neglecting the chat for a bit. Looks like we have a slightly older comment from Lobert about the low land counts being exacerbated by the new land cyclers.
Yeah.
Sniff agrees with Derek that Springleaf Drum is hideously underplayed.
Of course.
And Bill has just arrived at his LGS and has found 20 pods of Commander League happening.
That's an irresponsible amount. It needs to stop.
That's
a
a
lot.
crazy number of pods. That's 80 people. That's awesome.
I wonder if do they know that COVID is a thing? That feels vaguely irresponsible.
Have they heard
I hope
of,
they have a great time though.
Have they heard of PDH?
Looks like we got a Life Spark Spellbomb, so combo next turn, kill the Gretchen player immediately. They got an Overgrowth, so not the worst position for them, but no untappers. Gretchen's not here yet. We're just running it out.
But that could generate with a freed from the real, that could turn into infinite green real fast. Overgrowth is the one that adds extra
Two
green.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not. Yeah, if we animate the enchanted land and then put freed on it. Wait, did Bray also just miss a land drop?
Looks like it.
What is happening?
He's probably playing Life Spark Spellbomb to cycle, so he draws a land. All right, here comes Malcolm. So now Ankleter's going to combo next turn. He has to die. Everyone's comboing.
Aaron, you're our only hope. No, wait. I want Ink to win. I want to see those. I want to see the Ankylosaur dinosaur tokens.
It's like you discard a hand size, so no lands. So another missed land drop.
Yikes!
And we're back to Aaron. Plays a swamp. Beautiful. You love to see it.
My ability to see the game just.
Aaron's just like, you guys need lands? I got too many of them. Let me ditch this one.
Discard Double-Blood, draw a card, get rid of an extra land.
It's just rubbing it in at this point.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 47 seconds, I cannot see what happens. I'm going to watch an ad about Helldivers 2 instead.
You can just watch the screen on Discord.
I should just watch the screen on Discord.
Whoa!
I don't miss what happens when people chat. We'll have to switch back and forth constantly.
So we have Aaron just sacrifice a blood token, play a land and pass, so nothing going on there. So Ryan's just back to him. I mean, he's really the only one just kind of being proactive here. I guess Gretchen's trying to do stuff too, but kind of have a bunch of disjointed pieces. I'm going to start with the Consider, so trigger Gutter Snipe. Everyone takes 2. Look at the top. Might go into the graveyard. We don't know yet. Let's wait and see. So looks like he's going to keep it on top, draw it.
Lands.
Yeah, must have been that land. Yeah, that's a good call. Like you said before, Bobby, like just having a mana advantage over your opponents is so important. Like it seems like it seems obvious, but you know, people just, I don't know, like getting that land with that Consider, I think is really good. And we're just going to draw 2 cards with that Elven Mind. Really great draw spell. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Like, so many things are just incidentally like humans that it's so easy to turn on. It's very easy to meet the requirement to pay 1 mana for it.
Is that the of one mind?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh, because Reckless Fireweaver's a human. Yeah. I was trying to figure out, like, why is Gutter Snipe's a goblin and the soldier's an artifact? Like, what? Loki forgot that Reckless Fireweaver was a body for a second there.
He's got 3 mana left. The drum and 2 basics. It's like a Forest Island and a Springleaf Drum.
So much mana for this table, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, send them sideways.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, no one's doing anything. There's no reason not to.
It's the perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
No one does anything, and we eventually beat someone to death with a Gutter Snipe.
Yeah.
The aggressive Gutter Snipe and the attacking Reckless Fireweaver.
Nah, I just
Here
want
we
Bray to
see-
untap and win with this Life Spark spell bomb. That's my hope.
Gonna cast a Portent. So Portent, for those of you who aren't familiar, is like Ponder, but slower because you draw the card on the next turn's upkeep. But you look at the top 3, you can put them back in any order or shuffle.
It's also different because it is possible to
Do it
target
to
your
your
opponent.
opponent. That's
And decades before Fate Seal existed,
right.
we had Ice Age.
Well, even before Portent, you had Natural Selection. Could you target your opponents with that one too? It's a green spell. Look it up. You put them back in any
Selection?
order.
What?
It's the one with Natural
Sniff.
Selection. You ever heard of this card?
Sniff, don't worry about what Gretchen can do. Okay, Gretchen's fine. Gretchen's innocent. Gretchen can do no wrong.
It's
Isn't
from
Natural
Alpha Beta
Selection?
Unlimited. Yeah, it's a 1 mana instant green card. Look at the top 3 cards of any player's library. You may rearrange them or shuffle the entire library.
Huh.
Look
But
at
you don't
that-
draw a card.
Look at that.
It was a
art.
rare, by the way.
Look at that art, though.
Yeah. No, the card is awesome. It's so cool.
It is. Sniff, as a fellow Gretchen player, you of all people should know that Gretchen can do no wrong.
Oh yeah. Sorry, you said Natural Selection, and I kept on hearing Natural Order, and I was like, isn't that the one that sacrifices a creature and then just lets you like tutor for something? Like, what are you
Oh, no.
talking about?
This is much dopier. So we've got Gretchen coming down.
Top 3 cards.
Back to Ank. Just has the Malcolm on 3 lands, but can start getting ahead with treasures, importantly.
I bet if Kedis lands, Kedis gets shot immediately. Or Malcolm
Yeah.
gets shot immediately. One of the two.
Yeah, I think it definitely forces some action.
Like, I'm not even sure if... I mean, maybe if you have nothing else going on, you just throw out Kedis to try to get mana going, but...
Real talk. I ran Lash of Malice in my mono black control deck. I was
Nice.
waiting all tournaments that I could use it to just murk a Malcolm. Never happened. But I would murk this Malcolm
Mm-hmm.
instantly if
Every
I had the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Every Malcolm should get murked, except mine. Mine are innocent.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can spot the theme here, but if I'm doing it, it's fine. But
That's right.
other
It
people...
makes sense to me.
That checks out.
There goes Malcolm.
So is this just going to happen? No one wants
Yeah,
to...
looks like it's happening.
Ryan can bounce a Kedis or a Malcolm here. I don't know if he will. It's tricky. It stops 3 mana.
It depends on what you have, right? Like if you can like keep developing your board, then you can kind of go over the top of the Malcolm.
Like
then
8... Oh,
I think it makes sense to bounce it, but
Bray's doing something.
yeah.
Oh,
Guy's gift. I'll give something to reach.
this is about to kill a Malcolm. Ryan smirking.
That's-
That's how I would feel too.
Yeah, that's
I mean, Ink
That's
has
clever.
red here, so he's probably got a burn spell.
Scred. Looks like he has.
Yeah.
He also has a Firebrand Archer.
Oh, and like a snake skin or something. Oh.
Oh. Wow. Beatings.
Wow.
Ryan can hardly believe it. You can just tell by his face.
Days.
Ryan
Wow.
is
The
Ryan is the big
trademark,
winner of this interaction.
I
the
think
trademark Ankylosaur days.
I still think this.
Days?
Yeah.
Wow. So that was attack with Malcolm. Try to cast Gaia's gift on Trinket Mage to give it what? Reach?
Gives it
Indestructible?
indestructible, reach, and trample, I think.
So what
And
happened?
hexproof.
Did he have the 1 mana? Is that what happened? And like,
Yeah, what did happen?
What did we daze?
Did we daze the
Well,
Oh,
because
Snakeskin Veil Resolve.
he dazed the wrong thing, maybe. Oh yeah, snakeskin resolved in Oh, so the scred. Okay, the scred no longer was lethal. I think maybe. I don't know. I can't tell.
oh yeah, it only did 3,
Yeah.
and it was already a 3-power
Oh
creature.
no, it did
so yeah.
less because the island got bounced.
Oh, that's what happened.
That's what happened. That's brilliant. That's
That's a classic like Tarmogoyf lightning bolt thing.
oh yeah.
You look to see it.
That is awesome. Okay,
Wow.
that's hilarious.
Wild. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah, sniffs right on target. That's a big get wrecked moment.
Yeah. Oof.
Poor Ankylosaur.
And Lobert with the prescient. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a beating. Holy smokes. All right, and there comes Conrad, and we're back to Ryan. So let's see.
Yeah, Ryan is the only one that won that interaction.
Yeah, he's the big winner of this, I think.
Like
Yeah.
Bray's now down 2 cards. Ank is out 3 cards and his
Everything.
commander.
Yeah. And
Ank is in shambles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really needed those treasures to get rolling.
Yeah.
Ryan's just gonna leave everything up. I don't. Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. I don't think he needs to really like do much right now. I just hope he uses his mana before the turn cycle's over.
Okay, so we're looking at Ank's turn.
No, I think it's right now. It's Gretchen's turn.
Yeah. We're just
Oh.
taking a little peeksy peek.
Yeah, his island was untapped because he replayed it after the days.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've got a peak here, which is gonna spell Pierce.
I would not have fought over that
What?
Interesting.
at all, especially when you know like Ryan has 1 billion mana up, and like why?
Why are we spending cards from our hand to stop Ank from drawing a single card?
That last exchange
Right.
triggered the bloodlust, I think.
Yeah.
Now it's
Wow,
just like interact
that-
with everything.
What is in Bray's hand that he is protecting with a spell pierce?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, what's worth keeping that information secret? Like, so much so that you want to use it. I mean, Spell Pierce has like diminishing returns, right? Like, it's not great forever, but if the days can get somebody, so can Spell Pierce.
Right. I mean, I think spell pierce is a really cheap way to protect like your combo. Like,
Yeah.
you wait until someone is mostly out of mana, and then if they spend their last bit of mana to try and interrupt your combo, you have a 1 mana piece of interaction that can stop that.
Yeah, but I think like Clay says freed very well may be so. I think that if you have freed and you counter a peak, you're basically telegraphing that you have freed.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
It's just kind of like weird.
I mean, there's some merit to like, okay, I just want to stop Ank from drawing cards, right? Although he's kind of been stifled pretty heavily by the Malcolm exchange, but I mean, if you're worried about Ank still is like the only one, like Ank's the only other combo player at this table, right? So maybe Bray isn't worried about anyone else. So
yeah,
there's merit to just
like
keeping him down.
Conrad's going to go at Ryan and take out the token. And now, like, the edicts are going to start hitting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Labra pointed out, Ryan just has 2 answers for this oubliette. So player removal is an answer, I guess. That's number 3. But I think we're a ways away from that.
Point of discussion?
Looks like a point of discussion.
Look, he's doing the work. He's killing
It caused
himself.
an earthquake.
Yeah.
Wow, Houston's getting absolutely wrecked right now.
Yeah, thanks.
He's in Texas, right?
I am.
Derek is, yeah.
Derek's in Texas?
Yeah. I think Aaron's one of the Florida crew.
Aaron is in one of the Carolinas, I believe.
Oh, close enough.
Oh. Who am I thinking of that's from Texas? Is Mizu from Texas?
Mizu's from Texas.
I live in Texas.
Derek's from Texas. Apparently you just don't care about Derek. That's fine.
Yeah, I've told you like 8 times.
Wait, where's Derek from?
Tejas.
Okay.
Oh, there's the Moonsnare prototype. Look at that.
Heyo, had it.
All right, now with all this mana, you can have a big turn. Big O turn.
Yeah, this is going to be a little gross. But this could encourage some redistribution of the oubliette, possibly on a Gretchen.
It could. Mm-hmm. Very true.
I'm seeing from the chat that Derek is from Texas.
This is true.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's word on the street.
All right, so we got 6 mana to work with here. Generate as much forward momentum as possible. I hope they don't get re-oublietted. Or if you do, have interaction up for it, because last time Ryan was tapped out, wasn't able to respond. So
This Aether Spellbomb is going to do so much work against Bray. So much work.
What's the over-under on Ryan overdeveloping his board with a bunch of 1/1s and then Aaron just showing up with the Evan cars and just
Or Drown Sorrow
Rink?
Coquettes.
yeah. He has John Sorrow,
Reaping in.
Rex, Pestilence, Gangrenous Zombies, I think, as far as sweepers go.
Gangrenous is never a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if he comes down with Crypt Rats on a huge board,
It's pretty good.
It could happen.
yeah. So we have a Silvok Life Staff for 2 damage to each player.
Cute.
Triggers the Fireweaver, triggers the TPI, which triggers Fireweaver.
Yep. Life Staff's one of those like sneaky cards that's just like secretly a huge workhorse in a deck like this.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we have Gretchen activation. And
Sniff Life Staff is so annoying. I hate it. We get it, Sniff. You hate life gain.
Sniff's about to Kool-Aid Man into this game with Knight of Dusk's Shadow.
it's just a mid-game commander swap.
Book says Alk Ryan overextending odds is at -800.
That's really good. That means it's very likely to happen.
Oh. Thanks for explaining it. I have no idea what -800 is.
Happy to help.
You'd think I would because it's a number. I don't.
Like Gretchen just passing through. No land drop again, so
Sniff
that's where we're at there.
Sniff really likes
Play-
Vanguard Marauder. By the way, for those wondering at home.
Yep, this is true.
Play more lands in your decks.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Say it again for the
Or
people in the
mulligan
back.
until you have lands to cast your spells.
That's
All right. So
also good.
Liam's popping into chat to tell us that life gain is sometimes warranted, and Sniff, with the extremely deserved rebuttal, tells him to shut up and go back to his booth. Meanwhile, Ank is casting an Amoeboid Changeling,
Yep.
which is a combo piece.
Alk is or ink is a problem. Alk is also a problem sometimes, but
I don't know if that's ever been true. Alk is a solution to problems. He's like the opposite of a problem. Clay asks, "Are lands from Texas?" If I
Not
knew anyone from Texas, I could ask them. But
not originally. We do have land here, mostly plains, some mountains.
I've heard that you're not supposed to mess with it.
I've always been more of an island person, so
Not many of those down here. Death's Head Buzzard going to the bin.
that kills some tokens.
It sure does.
Death has Buzzard going to the bin from what?
Blood token. Looks like.
Or was it a Conrad mill?
Oh,
No,
possibly.
no one else milled.
Well, I think he drew a card as well. I think it was a blood token.
Yeah.
Why sacrifice the Buzzard?
Probably get it back. Or he has something better. Like
Yeah.
Decrepit
All right.
or something. Yeah.
I mean, Buzzard doesn't do a lot against the current. I mean, actually, it's pretty good. Never mind. Ignore me. I don't know what you're talking about.
It
It
does
seems,
do a
it
lot of
seems
stuff.
really good right now.
Might just not have a way to kill it.
Sure. That's fair. Combat.
I can't even see what that other creature is. Is that an Audacious Thief? What's he got?
Can't make it out. One of them is Conrad, the other I don't know.
It
Yeah.
is.
I can see Conrad.
Man. It is a Mastermind Tome, or a Maze Mind Tome, if you were to ask Spell Table. So
Maze Mind Tome?
it's clearly not that card, but
I think you just made that up.
okay. Well, you can.
Maze
think
my
that
tome's
either way.
real.
I don't have to prove anything to you.
Sure.
We'll never know what that card was.
Ryan is blocking with something.
Token. Take one. So it's probably just like one of those sacrifice creatures that gives something -1/-1 or something like that. Just a fodder creature.
Okay, Whale says it's the one that can make a treasure or give a creature -1/-1 until end of
Shambling
turn.
Guest.
Nailed it.
Shambling Guest. Okay. Got it.
This is why we keep whales around.
He's just so smart.
Scooby challenges us to name something better than Crypt Rats with lifelink. And let's start at the bottom of this list.
Gretchen.
Oubliette.
Watching paint dry.
Here comes the Oubliette again.
Gretchen Titchwillow.
Cutting off toes for fun.
Island. Island with a land aura attached to it. Or really, I mean, I could just name any card in Gretchen.
Yeah, well, every card that's ever been printed at common is better than Crypt Rats with lifelink.
Oubliette is getting negated. Bray is gonna fight over it. I would.
The negate. So we need to resolve some triggers.
Bray's had so much interaction this whole game. It's awesome. Love to see.
I mean, his hand has to be full of something because there's no lands in it.
Well, yeah, and he didn't want ink to see it, so
Yeah.
no Scooby. We haven't talked to. Let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about?
We've got some card that looks like it has lasers on it.
I think that's
Can't
a
quite make it out.
counter spell.
What on earth?
I think that's some secret layer counter spell.
I
Yeah,
used to
likely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to be
dispersal
really
shield.
good at recognizing what cards did based on their art. And now there's so many like fancy, weird promo nonsense. This is my boomer moment.
Your boomer is showing.
It is. So I think Ryan looks like he's approximately out of mana. He's thinking about cracking Spell Bomb. but it looks like he's losing this fight for the Oubliette.
Yeah, at this point, I
I
think you
think-
just bounce TPI as like a last resort.
Sure, yeah. It gips it out from underneath
Yeah.
the Oubliette.
Vines. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of interaction to make sure this thing gets oublietted.
Bray's
Oh,
Bray's
wow.
almost certainly going for a win next turn.
Bray
after
is
all
on
this.
the warpath.
Bray's just like, I'm stopping everyone from doing anything.
Why? If Bray has a win lined up, why is he spending his
Yeah, correct. I don't know.
protect the combo stuff?
I would be using this on my turn, but I mean, he has drawn a lot of stuff out, so I don't know. There's some value to it. I worry that now Hank is going to get to do some stuff.
Right. Like, I understand it's admirably berserk, but like,
Sniff says he's got so few mana, he's gonna draw out all of the interaction right now. Robert says he thinks he needs time, and this is the TPI is the biggest clock. That's honestly pretty fair. Scooby says he's here to cause havoc and chaos. Also super fair. Yeah. So after all that, we think that Oubliette has resolved and is now targeting the
it's
TPI.
targeting the TPI. Yeah. Most likely.
I don't know if it
Or the gutter
can
snipe, okay.
because the vines.
Oh,
Oh, sure.
So
Just
the result of this stack is that they get to Oubliette, but it can't target the TPI for reasons.
Yeah.
sure.
For vines reasons.
Yes.
Got it.
How interesting. A lot of unintended consequences in this game.
Yeah.
Unintended consequences sounds like what Bob Ross would call a mistake if he were painting.
It's just a happy little.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
happy
Just
accident.
a happy little unintended consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bray
Point.
actually felt bad for all the counters, so Bray was like, "All right, let me fix this."
Let me
Looks
spend
like-
more of my resources from my hand.
Looks like a cadaver imp rebuying Death Set Buzzard. Or is there something juicier in there?
I don't know. It was
I didn't
moved
see
to
what it
hand so
was.
quickly. I have no idea what it was.
Liam, in the chat.
Purposefully inflicting as much psychic damage on himself as possible.
Liam, you could just slightly mute. You could just mute the chat. You're not gonna miss much from us. It's fine.
I think Liam, you should keep our chat open,
And
but
ignore the players.
also find YouTube videos of Eminem and turn those up to max volume. Okay, so Gutter Snipe has been oublietted. TPI remains Galaxy Brain Ideas. Heck yeah. The TPI remains a force to be reckoned with. Ryan starts his turn. He's tapping 2 mana for something.
Sunshot Militia. That card's good.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah. Are we at low enough life totals around the table that this is just
It's not lethal yet,
No.
but it's scary.
we can't Bray's on 12 life, and also I think the biggest threat right now.
I
don't know about that. But
Ink is pretty scary. I mean, everyone's pretty scary, right? Like,
yeah, you think about like what needs to happen for them to win right now, and I mean,
Braid just needs a Freed. That's all Braid needs. So, Life Spark plus Freed gets you there.
Life Spark plus Freed is only infinite green mana right now.
Is that what that is? What's the?
It's Overgrowth.
I thought that was
afterwards.
New Horizons.
no, it's Overgrowth. I'm pretty sure.
Then no, I think it's New Horizons because they gave Trinket Mage a +1/+1 counter when entered. I mean, if it is just produce green, you guys are right. But I thought for sure it was like New Horizons. But
Yeah, if it's New Horizons, then
It looks like a Universes Beyond card.
let me see if that has a Universes Beyond printing.
Overgrowth, I believe, does. We saw it in one of the previous games.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Warhammer has a New Horizons, and it looks like that one. So
Okay, then that must be what it is.
So on the one hand, I love Warhammer, love Universes Beyond, love that all these things are getting new arts.
Mhm.
I hate that I don't recognize anything anymore.
Yeah, that's okay.
You thought my boomer moment was done.
I never
No.
thought your boomer. You're in your boomer era.
The boomer moment persists.
We're gonna move the life staff over to this token. So we've got like 4 artifacts to tap to the Sunshot Militia if we want.
Sunshot Militia is artifact or creature, so we could tap
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
one,
we could do more.
2, 3,
Yeah, 3 damage.
Get
3 and
mana
a half.
remaining.
Yeah. I mean, TPI attacks for more, but it doesn't attack well. So.
Yeah.
Not
And
not
there's
into
taps.
this board. It doesn't.
Yeah. So Ryan down to 2 cards. Ankle
And I
sword
mean-
at 4. Is Bray just gonna go for it? I mean, I don't know how Bray isn't trying to go for it after that. See, oh yeah, here we go. Life spark on this land. Ooh. 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 Yep. Liam confirming it's a New Horizons on the land.
All right. Are we gonna? Is the land gonna eat a lightning bolt?
Freed from the real.
Is that what that card is? What is that?
Yeah,
My boomer moment does not cease to transpire.
it's a secret lair.
And it don't
Everyone-
stop coming. And it don't stop coming.
Everyone here has tuned in, obviously, to listen to, in hopes that there will be an Algadron rant.
Ooh, muddle,
Here it is.
muddle on Arcane Denial. No mana left over after. He can just slam a land. If the last card in his hand is a land, that'd be hot.
Didn't he? He already played his land this turn.
That resolves.
How does so? That's not going to work favorably. I don't believe.
Oh.
Yeah, you did play
No, I
one.
think he's.
Why would you counter that?
Isn't Freed gonna fall off at end of turn now?
Oh no. Yeah. Well, Liam.
Yeah.
Good thing they have a judge there. Yeah, I think so.
I
I don't know why he would fight over that.
Hmm.
Interesting. Curious.
Very curious. Oh, stupid ad. Yep. There goes Freed into the graveyard.
Huh.
Unintended consequences.
Maybe he cast Muddle because he really didn't want David to draw 2 cards off of, or to draw a
He
card
would
off
have
of
drawn 2
Arcane Denial.
cards. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
No, it was worth the Muddle and the lack of 2-card draw to keep Ankh off of the Arcane Denial card draw.
It's very interesting.
All right.
Yeah. Decisions
Curious.
are being made nonstop.
They are some of the decisions of all time. Some would say.
That's true. Well, to be fair,
definitely are.
Bray's been playing a combo deck for 6 hours today, so
Yeah.
or longer,
That-
7.
That feels extremely self-inflicted.
Yeah. What? Like I said before, psychic damage.
Haters gonna hate.
Maximum.
Psychic
Yeah.
damage.
That's all part of the plan.
Okay.
I'm convinced Bray's got this figured out. You guys
Back
are
to Aaron.
So
Millions of swamps over
Aaron's
there.
turn. I feel like Aaron is in like a kind of good position here. He's got Conrad online.
Yep.
He can come up with some big removal. He can just ruin everyone's day. And then punish them for it.
Yep.
We're opting.
Opt.
Swamp.
No, we're not
And-
opting. We're milling.
And a
Oh,
hybrid.
yep. So we hit a Conrad Mill event for no damage. I'm gonna do that again.
No, we're gonna swamp
No.
cycle. Conrad's
Conrad
not like
trigger?
so. Conrad activations are not great against this table. Like
Yeah.
a pretty like significant amount of these decks are devoted to spells and not creatures.
hmm
Like
What?
I think they're all running probably less than 20 creatures.
Do either of you know why you would just activate Sir Conrad on a main phase instead of waiting until end of turn?
So Clay did that once in my game, and it was because he had the Witch's Cottage in hand, but no targets in his graveyard. So he was trying to come up with a good target to hit with the Witch's Cottage, and he failed. It was very disappointing
Yeah,
for him.
I don't particularly care for how Aaron shuffled that, but I digress.
You just want to demonstrate to people that you can and you know how to activate Sir Conrad. I think
Right.
is the biggest thing.
I am just the biggest fan of not playing on my turn. Like,
I know.
and
I
why would I play on my turn when I can play on other people's turns?
I just finished putting together the Portal Manipulator deck,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
where every single card in the entire deck is either a land or can be played at instant speed. There will never be any moment when my lands are tapped on my turn while playing this deck.
And
Never
they say
gonna
that late line of anticipation isn't legal in this format.
They
All you
say
have to do is
that.
build every card in your deck to be played at instant speed. That's all you
Yeah,
have to do.
Liam, I'm not
so
interested in
easy.
fair magic. Okay, like who I ain't got time for that. Okay, that's for other people
You,
to play, not me.
fair magic. Bobby plays blue, Liam.
Yeah,
Like that's not what we do here.
yeah,
At least Dave knows what's up. Yeah, with Portal Manipulator. Yeah.
yeah.
So I think we're trying to figure out what to do with this last 4 mana here.
You pass.
And activate at instant speed twice.
as
Yeah.
as is tradition for the blue player. Conrad is tapped, and I don't know
What are we
why.
doing here?
I,
Casting off one mind
I'm assuming
for
it
Ryan.
turns sideways.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I think it's attacking. So we're gonna cast Shadow the Source here. We're gonna invoke it. Deal 6 damage to a creature or destroys an artifact. So yeah, we're just gonna Undying Evil or one of those spells on Conrad here. He will return
Conrad's
even stronger.
love that for him. Does Conrad trigger himself when he dies, or is it other creatures?
survey says it's another.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I read the card once, and then after that, like every time I try, I just feel myself getting dizzy because the text box just keeps on going and going, and I trust other people to tell me what the card does at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, I need to play against you if you just like listen to what my cards do.
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
gonna play a bunch of secret layers and say they're not. I'm just gonna say they're cards they aren't, and you'll just be.
Yeah.
It's a perfect
One of,
plan.
one of the things that I learned from this tournament is that I was really aggressively, meticulously careful about making sure that I always had the right casting cost for the Death Rattle Oni, because it's just a mess keeping track of commander attacks and how many creatures died. The thing I learned is that no one cared. Like at any point, I could have been like, he costs 4 now, so here he is," and everyone would have been like, "All right,
I
I'm not
actually
reading that. I'm not doing that math." Like,
get 3 mana for casting it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
This is turn
missed
3 play.
opportunities for me to cheat badly.
Yeah, Clay. Yeah, games do go
It's
past
past
turn
turn 3.
3. Don't tell Alk.
You've already heard my rant for this episode. It's been just ongoing throughout. Every time I see a card I don't recognize, I'm like, what's happening to Magic these days? This is stupid. Cheat count averted? Oh, for me, not aggressively cheating with the demon? Yeah. You're welcome, all of my opponents. I was honest this time.
Looks like we're tapping some stuff.
I think we might just
Oh,
be
we're just
killing and kill
activating-
to.
Activating Sunshot Militias?
Just get that out of the way.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Ink. Gone but not forgotten.
I really wanted to see the ink tokens though.
Yeah, they would have been awesome. But that's
I-
okay.
I'm gonna make my own ink tokens
I
with
just
blackjack and hookers.
okay. How does that work with the dinosaur bit?
In
Importantly,
fact,
after the sequence, Bray is at 5 and Aaron is at 5 as well.
Yeah, things are
Oh.
And then
looking
we're just passing.
spooky.
So I think
I see 5
Bray
things
will not
tapped.
be going for it. We're gonna mill with Conrad here.
Tithing Blade Island
hit
and
nothing.
Bingo Islet. Yep.
Yeah, this pot is kind of embarrassing for Conrad triggers or activations rather.
Oh, Bray just passed. Yep.
Yeah, it got nothing.
1 card in hand.
Another swamp for Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, he's an artifact away from winning the game, Ryan, which means any spell. He's down to 1
Yeah.
card in hand, so
He doesn't need an artifact to win the game right now.
he does.
He just needs an untap. 1, 2, 3,
1,
4.
2,
Oh no,
3,
no, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right. Don't get out of here.
It's like we had another mill activation. Again with 0 hits.
I don't even know what it would do for him at this point. I mean,
I don't think he has anything else he wants to do with his mana, honestly.
yeah, what I mean, he wants to try to return something with Blood Fountain, maybe. And he's trying to dig for whatever that might be, but I don't even know.
That said, Buzzard right now would put in a lot of work.
But you have to have a way to ditch
Die.
it too. Like,
Ted's Buzzard and Corrupted Conviction right now would do a lot of work.
yeah, okay, fair. You're 1 mana short of that at the moment. I think, if I can math.
I don't even check. I don't believe in math.
Interesting. Someone clip that. What you got, Aaron? Ink. It's been a long day, but yeah, that was awful on my part. It's okay, Ink.
Yeah, I mean, even the Stag Wizard Conrad, like, you put the token in front of it, you gain your 3 life off the life staff. Like, I don't know. It seems pretty easy.
This game, yeah, I don't know. I think this game is very over.
Yeah, I don't think there's any coming back from this. I think
I guess it depends if, like, Ryan wants to keep up the token to use for Sunshot Militia. It depends on what's in his hand. I mean, obviously, we don't know.
I don't know why you don't just take it and we call it a day. You're not dead to anything. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I think we're getting into the everyone's overthinking everything game part of the game when the game is over. But
It's like we're going to tap it for a mana with Springleaf Drum. Galvanic Blast. Okay, yeah, this is over.
yeah,
There's 5 damage to somebody's face. Trigger offs.
probably just kill Aaron with
Yeah, no reason not to.
the attack.
And we
bonus
know
attack.
we know Bray doesn't have anything left.
yeah, that's actually way more than 5. So it's the Galvanic Blast and the trigger from the Fire Weaver and the
And the
trigger from the
Firebrand.
Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
So that's-
killed Bray instead.
Okay.
That's fair. Bray has the
Yeah.
ability to interact better.
The blue
than-
player, yeah, kill the blue player, right? Yeah, nothing's been more satisfying than like the games where we've watched Ryan. He's just like burned to the face, burned to the face,
Yeah.
burned to the face. It's been pretty satisfying. Looks like there's
Lots of talking.
something else happening. Yep. Looks like it blocked, and then he cast the Galvanic Blast.
Yeah.
Gained 3 from the life staff, lost 1
Sack.
from.
Yeah. Sack, get 2 creatures. At this point, I'm gonna Gloomfang Mauler and Buzzard. You can cast Buzzard, but you know, it's not going to do anything. He's going to get a mana when it hits the battlefield.
I mean, he has to
Once
have
he's
like,
got a handful of lands.
unless he has a ritual or something, but yeah.
Yeah. Here comes the buzzard.
Buzzard, untap, kill you.
Buzzard untap kill you, yeah.
I get it. I don't know. I've been in these moments where you just like want to see if you have anything, but yeah, you're dead.
This exact kind of game is the entire reason I built Death Rattle Oni. I just wanted to cast Dry Spell, kill half of Ryan's entire board.
You had me at I just want to cast Dry Spell.
Right, like Dry Spell into a 1-mana 5/4 that kills the rest of the board. Like,
Yeah.
I was so sure that the Oni was going to be a slam dunk. And in its defense, it just
In a way
catastrophically
it
ruins
was.
TPI.
Yeah.
But I never played against TPI. Yeah, I think at this point you need something like Oni to stop this.
Or there's need to be, I mean, we've seen a lot of decks that just go very wide on the board today. I mean, I think there's been a pretty good scaling back of like the sweeper spells lately. I think it's reflected in a lot of these decks.
What? Why? What?
But yeah, I mean, if you don't have a way to take care of a lot of creatures, then this is kind of what happens.
What is Ryan?
Why are we not just winning the game, folks?
Let them cook. Let them cook.
All right, you cook by I'm tapping 2 dudes.
Because
last time
he had his opponent dead on board, and then came out with the massive raid. Didn't even have to go to combat. There's no telling what he has up his sleeve.
He has won the game. I mean, he only has 1 card in hand, so he's like worried, right? I guess, but it's over.
Yeah, he's tapped out. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Just tap the Sunshot Militia.
Just do it. Just tap the things. If the first one resolved, they're all gonna resolve. Nice.
Here we go.
Awesome. Congrats to Ryan for taking it down with mid-range TPI.
Yeah, not a combo deck.
Do you guys want to switch to your lovely faces? Do you care to switch to your faces?
Maybe I could turn the camera on. Oh, there's my. Oh,
okay.
hold on.
My face.
There's no lights
Here,
on.
here. I'll just put his deck list up. Never mind. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
put his deck list up. That's good.
Everything's fine. You can play
I will not
Oh, it's so dark. I can't even see you.
frantically try and turn a light on in this room.
All right. But yeah, congrats to Ryan. So mid-range TPI, no combo. We talked about
A lot of interaction.
Yeah, just bucket loads of interaction. The pinger plan, which I am fond of. Yeah, I mean, pretty convincingly won a lot of the games.
Yeah.
Still needs more lands, but yeah, 3-0,
Needs more lands.
and then they didn't play their last round, so arguably undefeated. But yeah, just
Yeah, I mean, when there's not a lot of ways to deal with wide boards of fragile creatures, then they can take over, especially when you can use those pieces in like a lot of other ways, not just attacking and blocking. Like we saw, there's a Wrath with Light Stalwart deck that just went very hard on the token plan, and you can't really do much with those except Wrath activations and attack and block. But this deck is really good at leveraging the tokens that it makes, which is kind of what sets it apart from other kind of token-centric decks. You can kind of go wide and go through combat. You can use them for Sunshot Militia. You use them to sacrifice to things like Heartfire or bargain spells, these sorts of things. Like there's a lot of ways to leverage the resources in this deck, which is why it's really resilient.
yeah, and I mean, it just keeps getting new toys every set, right? Like there's more cantrips print every set. There seems to be a new pinger every other set.
Yeah, exactly.
Deduce is awesome for it. Demand Answers is awesome for it. Like, yeah, just really slick deck. Lots of interaction. For all the talk last time about how people don't run interaction, this deck wants to not lose to turn 3 Malcolm. So
Yeah.
Uh,
This deck came prepared to not lose to turn 3 Malcolm, and then Malcolm saw itself out.
yeah.
Right.
Uh, that was a rough game, Hank.
Yeah, that was tough. But yeah, so Ryan gets to go home with some dollars, some awesome tokens from Vibe proxies. We're gonna make a custom token. I don't know what it's gonna be, but if I already guess, it's probably gonna be a colorless soldier artifact token, or something initiative related. So, but yeah, so we'll see what that turns into. But what say you guys? Any closing thoughts, parting thoughts for the day? I know we've been talking and or
Yeah,
playing
no,
a
just
lot.
to kind of hit on the big themes, like it's good to see the fair decks doing well. There's a lot of like really innovative stuff going on that's kind of attacking a combo meta game in pretty interesting ways. So overall, like a really good, varied set of decks that was doing a lot of really interesting stuff. So I'm really pleased.
Yeah, and we saw a good representation of it even in the finals too, right? We had
Mhm.
Gretchen, we had Malcolm, we had TPI, we had Sir Conrad. You know, no one tell Brownie that White was absent, but you know, a good showing of mid range, fair, you know, control-y type decks, all the above.
Yep.
Maybe not aggro, but there wasn't really
Yeah,
a
not
lot
so
of
much
aggro
aggro.
that showed up today. So
Yeah.
that I can think of. There's Zada. I don't know how you want to describe that deck, but
Not a strong showing from Zada,
yeah.
but yeah.
Zada's a combo deck.
Oh, well, there you go. Outside
Combos with the attack step.
Yep. Exactly.
The best kind of combo.
Yeah. But all right. Well, I want to thank once again Derek and Brad when he was here earlier before his internet troubles, and Alk for commentating with me today. I appreciate you all.
Yeah.
Hey, what about me?
Okay, I was getting to you, and now you
Oh,
seem
no,
to
no,
be
no, I'm a commentator.
No, you're a judge who just, you know, we cut to you for the sidelines, you know, from the booth,
Wow.
what the judge ruling is, you know. But also thank
Just
Liam.
judged.
Thank Liam for his insight in judging throughout the day. Thanks everyone for watching. There were a billion subs that I was not expecting, so I appreciate all of you. Everyone who came out to play, 28 players is pretty crazy. So hoping the next one's bigger. If you're not in Sanctuary, join it. Play games. Play PDH. Listen to the PDH pod. Go to cPDH guide. Watch the PDH RC YouTube. Derek just made an announcement about an awesome pod coming up. When is that? End of March?
Yeah, Monday the 25th. So it's going to be me and Dave the Algebra Vader, along with Notorious, Barbarians, Scooby Drew, and Infamous Fridge. So it's going to be
Chaotic.
interesting to say the least. There's going to be a lot of silly nonsense happening, and it's all by design. And that's all going to be on the PDHRC YouTube channel. I think it's YouTube/@PDHRC.
Just follow Derek on Twitter. Yeah. You'll see it.
But I'll put it out in a Twitter blast
I'll
to all of my
retweet it.
followers.
You'll know where to find it.
Yeah,
I'll
and
never see it.
and I've locked down the deck that I'm gonna play. I think I just need to put it together, but it's an interesting one. So we'll have a good time. It'll be at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern on the PDHRC YouTube channel. So I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, I will. I will be eager to watch and see what you have, and then what monstrosities Fridge and Scoop. I mean, Scoop's going to try to commit war crimes. That's what Scoop does. So,
Yeah,
that's his entire MO.
Yeah, I'm terrified for you, but excited to see how it all shakes out. So, but yeah, anything else before we call it a day?
No, I find nothing else.
All right,
Great games, good tournament.
Yeah. Great event.
Minimal rants, high quality entertainment.
Several boomer moments, but all right. Well, thanks again, everyone. Congrats again to Ryan for taking it down, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Take care, everybody.
Cheers.